It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1524, recorded Thursday, June 25th, 2015. Survival of the podcast. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, you're going to get to meet Notti and Dotti, Draw in the Air, and the best USB cable you've ever seen. All next on the Giz Wiz.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now! I hope you are prepared for the Giz Wiz, because we're prepared.
Oh yeah,
If
yes,
you're not prepared,
we are.
I hope. We didn't
Okay.
practice at all, Dick.
No, but we've for today. I think we broke a record. We actually met 7 minutes before the show,
I know.
as opposed to our normal 2 minutes.
It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive. Getting very professional.
Yeah. We also have the webcam back. 2 episodes ago, the webcam broke. This one, or no, it was actually this one, and I had to switch it out in the middle of the show. We lost a webcam. So now, hey, look, 3 shots. We got 2 shots,
Wow.
a single and a single.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh,
and a product
my.
shot. What is this? And once again, the
Whoa.
webcam has forgot the setting that I left it at. But what can you do? Nothing much. So what have you been up to this week?
Oh, let's see. We both had a lot of events. I went to there's a ad agency, PR agency rather, called Max Borges, and every June they do a holiday gift guide where they show rows and rows of gadgets. All companies they represent, obviously, but it's very nicely done. They do it, you know, in like $20 gifts and $50 gifts and $100 gifts. And I found a very unique gift there. And then
you
there
got
was
me a
a
gift?
no.
Oh.
No. No, you break
We're good
stuff.
friends,
if you,
but not that
if you hadn't broken your camera, I might have given you a gift, but you're very careless.
I'm in punishment mode, yes.
And then there was a Pepcom event, which last week we recorded on Wednesday because Thursday was a Pepcom event. And then today and tomorrow is CE Week, which is like a mini consumer electronics show in the city.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Lots of stuff. But you know what? It is really sort of becoming a problem, is that there is more. We talk about this a lot, but it doesn't go away. There is more and more sameness. It is so hard to find unique gadgets or gadgets that make sense.
It's funny because I think that has to do a little bit with globalization of manufacturing. Is that?
Oh, maybe.
I really think it does because I work with our YouTube group Mindcrack, and we wanted to buy some merchandise to sell, and the fans wanted merchandise, so we went searching, and Alibaba has everything. I mean, just everything, and it's this factory that specializes in making a thing. So if you want a cell phone case, you go to them. They'll design a new type of cell phone case for you that hasn't ever existed before, for really inexpensive, but it has like set features. And that's why I think that you see these companies, because they can just go to that warehouse.
Yes.
And they can just get the same thing slightly designed differently with this exact set of features and then market it differently, basically.
Yes. And the other thing is, unfortunately, I don't think some PR people ever look beyond what they do.
Yeah.
Because I love it when I go up to a booth and they go, with these earphones, there's no wire.
Right.
There's no wire.
And you're like, that would have been surprising like 4 years ago.
Yes, I know. It communicates with your phone wirelessly.
You even, not only that, but it has a play pause button right on the headphone.
I know. I know. And the same thing with companies who didn't make webcams before, not webcams, but home security cameras are going, Dick, you can actually look into your house from your phone.
Yeah.
I go, yes, like I've been doing for 4 years with a drop cam. So
it is frustrating because, and also a lot of these companies, it seems like they don't, like Honeywell, they cannot catch up. Honeywell has tried to reinvent the thermostat because Nest ate their lunch. Nest kicked their butt at their own game, and I've been seeing Honeywell try to catch up, and they add the dumbest features, like voice activation, which is like crummy voice, like it's always listening. It's listening for you to say, turn the temperature up, which I'd rather not do anyway, because chances are I'm listening to music, I have a movie going, or the house is just loud with friends, family over, and I'd rather pull out my phone and silently turn up the thermostat.
I know. It's very funny because I also met with them at a trade show, and I was saying, what's totally different? And he said, with Nest, you cannot match the color of the screen to your wallpaper or whatever it was. He said, you can have blue, you can have an orange background.
Wow.
Now, there's something. There you go.
Innovation. Innovation.
Anyway, but through it all, we have found stuff. And you were at some sort of a mine. What were you doing?
E3.
Just tell us what exactly you were doing.
What was that? Video games? I don't know. Yeah, it was E3. Which is
E3, yes.
Electronics Entertainment Expo. And I got to try out, get this, I think you'll find this super interesting, HoloLens. Have you heard about Microsoft HoloLens?
Yes. These are... this is from Microsoft, isn't it? This is
from Microsoft, and they're lenses that you put over your eyes, and it turns everything into augmented reality. Or not everything, but what it's programmed to change. And it maps things into the physical world, and it is so cool. It is really, really neat. We got to experience two different... a friend of mine got to experience sort of a home version that wasn't really like on a script, and I got to experience one that was a lot more on rails. That was a public demo, which included a Halo experience. And in my experience, you got fitted for the HoloLens. They measure your eyes, and then when you stand up, you turn, and there's a waypoint, just like in a video game, and it has like 8 meters underneath it. And when you walk towards it, it starts to go down, just like in a video game. And it can tell exactly how far you are, and it's right there. And when you got to it, it notified you, and then changed into an arrow, and you'd go somewhere else. And then we went into a command room, and there was this hologram that was projected into the room that wasn't actually there, and it was really astounding and really great resolution. The field of view is really small. But opaques were opaque, like anything you didn't want to see through, or they didn't want you to see through, it felt not see-through. They did a few transparent things. Everything felt like it was locked into the world. It didn't have like a weird floaty feeling where it wasn't in real time when it updated. I even did a thing where there was a hologram on the table, and I thought, well, if this is projecting the hologram, it won't know when I get underneath the table, and I'll see the bottom of the hologram, and it'll basically look to me like it was projected onto the front of the table because it's not going to know the table is there. And I get down, and it stopped rendering where the table edge was. It was that smart. They had mapped the room at some point, and so it stopped rendering the table edge, and so it didn't do that effect that I expected to see the hologram sort of on top of the table because the table was in the way of it. It was really, 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 really neat.
Do they have a date when this might be going into the marketplace?
No.
Okay.
This is a lot like Google Glass, where for a long time they don't even have it. Like the Glass had the Explorer program. It's not even at the Explorer program yet. No one has this yet. And they did tell us in an interview that they will be doing demos at Minecon, which is in just a week basically, and more public demos of them playing it with Minecraft, things like that.
Oh, great.
Yeah, yeah. It's really cool because the other another friend got a different experience, and in his experience, they scanned the room with just the glasses. Then he was able to put screens onto walls, and like you don't need a TV anymore if you own a pair of HoloLens. Like,
wow.
It's just really, 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 really neat.
Wow.
So yeah, yeah. I'm not sure. They're asking what the field of view was. It was pretty small. I mean, it was like a bit like if you took a piece of paper, like a normal piece of paper, and held it out in front of you a little bit. It was about that large.
So you like looking like at an 11-inch screen kind of thing?
Yeah, pretty close. I mean, you know, you'd see the edge when it would stop rendering, basically. And I would say that it was a pretty small window. Like there's a lot of peripheral right here that I'm just experiencing that was not included in the square that it could render. But that could be fixed. Like that's just them adding more projectors and whatnot. So
nice,
very cool stuff.
Ah, very good.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed E3.
Excellent.
With that, I guess let's jump into some gadgets.
Okay, we're going to jump into, I mentioned the first thing was a press event showing holiday gift ideas. And after I got through all the Bluetooth speakers and all the headphones and all the... I found Notti and Dotti, and this video will explain what they are.
Dick DeBartolo, Man's Madness, trying to end the Giz Wiz. We're here at a kind of Christmas gift preview, and we're looking at the Dotti, the Notti from the company Witty. Okay, so this really intrigues me, and Madison is here to tell us what it is. Now, looking at it, I only recognize maybe two possible things. Something to do with Facebook, and something to do with Gmail. How close am I?
You're very close. So it is a smart light.
Get on this side. So
okay, sure. Come on over. It is a smart light notification device. So this is running through all of the different notifications that it can give you. But what it does, it syncs to your phone via Bluetooth. And let's say you have an email come through. It's going to flash with an email notification like this picture. Or if a Facebook message pops up.
Is that the time?
That is most certainly the time, yes.
Oh, okay, good. I'm so 8-bit pixely, aren't I?
Yes, it's very fun. It does rock that 8-bit pixel look.
Okay, wait a minute. Something to do with my heart. I saw a heart. That meant?
That we're in love.
Oh my gosh. I came and I'm already married to that man, but that's okay. Okay.
So really what it is, on top of the notifications that it can provide for you, you can enter in any design that you'd like. So the heart is just a pre-programmed design. So if you want the heart to, showcase while it's sitting on your desk, you can have that, or you can enter in whatever design that you like to be on display at all.
Do you know how many designs can be in the cycle?
There's about 6 different designs that can be in this cycle, but we are updating the app soon to be able to hold many more.
Okay, so right now it does 6, and soon it will do more. And that retails for?
It is $69.99 at wittydesign.com.
Wittydesign.com, and is that out now?
It's currently shipping now, yes.
Okay, now that's Dotti available at Witty. Now, is Notti at Witty?
Correct, it is at Witty.
Okay.
Yep.
And what is different about Notti than Dotti at Witty?
Okay, so just like the Dotti that showcases smartphone notifications, the same thing goes for the Notti, but rather being visual with images, it does it via light. So there's 16 million different color combinations within the Notti.
Do you have to remember all 16 million colors and what they do?
No, not at all. There's a very easy to use color wheel, so you can just pick whichever you feel is great to associate with a specific notification, so you'll remember what the color means.
What the color means, okay. And since Notti is not as complicated as Dotti, has Witty given it a different price?
It is at $49.99 at the same retailer website.
Okay. Okay, so that's Notti, Dotti at Witty, and this is Nutty here at the Max Borges pre-Christmas gadget event. Looking for fun stuff. Dick DeBartolo, management administrator, and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. Bye.
Wow. That was Notti Dotti. Witty.
Notti Dotti from Witty.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, you know, a lot of people like those 8-bit, the look of 8-bit things.
Yes.
I think this is the kind of thing I wouldn't surprise me one day if it shows up at Think Geek.
Right.
And there's kind of a fun thing about it. As we were talking, I realized that there's one image is a phone. But the neat thing is, you can go in and program it, change there's what the 8-bit phone icon looks like. But you can go in and draw on your smartphone what you would like any of these icons to look like.
Yeah.
And you can go in and change the colors. If you play music through it, you can set it so the dots will dance and prance around to your music. And I mean, it's just something to put on your desk,
right,
and say, look at how cool I am.
Right. It does seem like this would be at like some creative agency or something. So, seems exactly how that is on the walls at some sort of,
yes, exactly.
Creative agency.
Exactly.
It looks like you can combine them. Yeah, look at that.
You know what? I'm looking at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Very interesting.
That is interesting.
And it will, change based off of what your phone notification does, if you get a email.
Exactly.
Right.
And I think on the website there are 8 built-in icons. I think she said 6.
Right.
But I find it more interesting than the other one that just sort of glows in a color.
Yeah.
And you sort of know that if it's green, it's something you don't want to talk to, or
right.
however you set it up.
Oh yeah, it looks like they have it up as a wake-up light and alarm.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
The thing is,
but at least it was something a little bit different.
Right, exactly. And if you're someone, like let's say I could see you having a text message address that is, if you're running like a big business or something, or maybe you have an app set up to notify you when your stock goes at a certain point and you have to see that notification because you're putting those around your house somewhere so that'll light up when that notification happens. So, cool
Not
stuff.
necessary, but fun if you have some money.
Exactly. If it speaks to you, it speaks to you, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, neat. And the price, for the Notti price of $60, it seems a tiny bit expensive, but not outrageous.
Yeah. If you are interested, go to their website is wittystudio.com, because it does do a lot of other stuff that you can do. But you're right.
But the Dotti for $80, that's only $20 more. It seems like you get a lot more capability.
You do. It does do far more.
Right.
And
right.
yeah. Well, actually, I was talking about the Dotti. That's the one that is totally customizable.
Right.
Anyway, but also I love it when someone doesn't quite think it's funny when you say, and it has 16 million colors, and I say, do you have to remember what they offer each of the 16 million? No, not really.
Yeah, that is funny. It's almost just like too much. I would never use 16 million different colors.
No, I think I just want to have one with 8 million colors, because I think that's going to cover everything that I need.
The extra 8 million would just get me really confused. I mean, I really, to be honest, I think I only need a million colors, really.
Yeah. Okay.
Love it. Cool. Next gadget.
Okay, next gadget was from Digital Focus, and I can't even remember the name of the pen that you could draw in 3D.
The 3-doodler.
There you go, the 3-doodler. Okay,
right.
So there was another pen out like the 3-doodler called the 3Dismo. The 3Dismo. 3DMISIMO. Anyway, so they were showing the Mini at Digital Focus. and the whole object here is to make it into more than the pen that can just do doodles in the air, and so this is their pitch.
Play with sound.
Yeah, it started with a little.
Loud.
So that's like the 3 doodler, a pen.
Oh, whoa.
So now you add a tip that heats up.
Oh, wow.
Add a tip that can solder.
Oh, wow. So it's like customizable.
And you'll see the guy hold up the old one. Oh, you can put in a saw.
Yeah, that was like the heat. That was the thing that cut the
Oh, they
foam.
cut through the foam. You set temperatures and define on the foam to the box.
Wow. Interesting.
And oh, okay. At the
Oh, hello.
here it is. He'll show you the old one.
Created the 3D Simo Mini. It's smaller and paired with a mobile app, smarter version of the original pen, the 3D Simo. We currently have working prototypes of the
original
3D
pen was
Simo Mini,
humongous.
and we need your help to get it into mass production.
Well, now this is kind of interesting because this show was. This campaign went live on Tuesday, 2 days ago. They had 100 pens at a starting price of $79. They went within a few hours. They now they have pens for $89, and how many are gone in 2 days?
73.
73.
Oh, 73 are left, but that
Oh, 70
it's so 77 are taken
are taken
out of 150.
You know, I'm not going to buy one, but I thought it was kind of interesting, and they were talking about they might add a drill attachment. So the idea is that you could create an entire project using the same pen.
Right.
You could draw the part you need with the filament. Then you could cut stuff with the heat attachment. You could solder things if you needed to, and
Burn wood,
do wood burning. Yeah, burn wood. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it seems like they've just gotten the heating element really well done.
Especially, you have to get a heating element pretty hot to solder.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's a pretty small device.
It's a very small device. It looks like it's about half the thickness of the original one that they had. And I noticed there that they already have $21,000 in 2 days. So I think they're doing pretty good.
Interesting. Very interesting. This is a cool. I'm loving the maker movement. It's really, really neat. And I'm glad that there's lots of people getting into this home DIY stuff. I remember there's a lot of people.
Yes, you know, it's great that people can be so creative and have such sophisticated tools.
Yeah.
At their hands.
Wes D points out a good point. Does it include creative talent? Because I need that included in the box.
Yeah, I think the creative talent is an optional extra.
Oh, good. I could back that though. That's
Yes.
good. That's very good.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, that's the Mini 3D Zimo. 3D Zimo.
3D Zimo.
Yeah, Mini.
Mini.
That's what you want. You want the Mini.
Yeah.
You can still get the Maxi. It's on sale on their website.
But it's still they still need. But it only launched yesterday.
It only it launched Tuesday, so today's Thursday. So 2 days. So in 2 days they got $21,000.
Right, right.
And how much are they going for? Does
70. They need 70. So
70.
They still need about 49, 48, 84. Something like that. So, yeah. Interesting stuff.
Now, our third thing I like a lot, but and there was something very strange about this, as I'll explain in the video here. So here's a gadget you probably will want to have.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Dick DeBartolo, Man's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz one-take theater here on GizWiz.tv. USB cable, USB hub. Hub not connected to anything, of course this is demo only. We plug it in here. Okay. Nope. Let's turn it around and let's plug it in here. Oh, we'll turn it around yet again and plug it in here.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
How can you do that?
How can I do that?
Dennis
indeed?
Truly amazed?
And my cameraman, Dennis Wonderland, is referring to the fact that every time you go to plug it in, you go, let me look in there, let me look in there, and then you do it, and
you got to figure out where that
50% of the time it's wrong. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the reversible USB plug. Okay, it doesn't matter which side you plug it in, it works on both sides. This is from Tilt, and Tilt is spelled 7YL7, okay? That's Tilt. And this is the Flip Duo, Flip spelled FLYP
Nothing
Duo.
can be spelled correctly.
The Flip Duo, the reversible USB cable. But wait, there's more. This is the Apple dongle,
Type-C
the
connector.
Apple plug on the end. I am an Android person. Doesn't matter because this opens up and now there's micro USB for my Android device.
Oh.
So this is a very nice cable from Tilt. It's a flat cable, so it's very hard for it to get tangled up. It has the double connector at the end, and it has that reversible USB connector at the other end. It's available in a lot of colors, and depending on the size, anywhere from $25 to $30. But then I discover Griffin has the reversible USB charge sync cable. So this does the same thing. And I forgot, one of these two companies said, we invented it and we patented it. Well, I don't know about that. Anyway, so this does the same thing. The Griffin plug, however, does not have the convertible tip, or at least the one that we have
is it
here.
a lightning cable?
This one has the Apple connector only, or I'm sure you can buy the micro USB. But then I'm thinking, wait a minute, reversible USB, didn't I get something in the mail like 2 months ago? So I go back to the mail bag and I find a card and a cable from Witty. Witty.
Yeah, I know.
And they are at Witty.com. This was a Kickstarter project, and this is the original patented naked reversible USB cable, the new standard for the way cable should be. So now, as you can see, without having the end cap on, contacts on one side, contacts on the other side. Contacts,
so you slide it into the thin.
And as with the other cables, you can just plug it in absolutely anywhere, and it's going to work. Turn it around, doesn't matter because the connections are on both sides. And this is a very nice braided cable. I'm looking here. Anodized aluminum castings, tangle-free braided nylon, and vibrant colors, all of these colors, to match your personality. I mean, now you not only have to know the length of the cable you need, you have to know what your personality color is. Mine's gold. And I believe that the Witty was a little bit cheaper because I guess they don't have the end caps on. I think these started at about $18. But no matter which one you choose, you can now, if you're buying a new cable, you should certainly look for reversible USB. And these are all 2.0 USB, by the way. And that way you don't have to worry about plugging it in the wrong way. So this is Dick DeBartolo, Man's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. And folks, I have a lot of connections. Bye.
That's why we hire you, Dick, because you got all the connections.
Yeah. Well, you know, maybe this is like that Alibaba thing you were talking about.
Maybe.
Because it at the same show, for two people to say, we have something brand new.
Right.
And it's the same thing, pretty much.
So what happened, I know USB...
Oh, do you know of other companies doing this already?
Well, I had heard of this before.
Okay.
And I know that USB, basically when the lightning cable came out, everyone was kind of like, yeah, it is stupid that you have to have a directional cable. Like, why isn't it, both directions? And USB kind of went, and that's why they invented the Type-C connector, which is what you see on the new MacBook. And like almost nothing else has it, but it's a reversible. It looks at the same size as the micro, but it is reversible, and it won't fit into a micro slot.
So it's another hole.
There's a whole nother. That's what I thought was at the end. The Type-C connector looks a little different. But anyway, I remember also seeing that they were trying to do reversible standard USB as well, and it looks like that might have happened. So here's the Type-C connector. Let's see if there's any. It's a little bit hard to tell, but that is a round connector instead of the trapezoid. That the normal. Here's a normal micro.
Yeah. Right.
This is a lightning cable, and then this is the Type-C cable. It's rounded on the edges.
Is that USB 3.0 then?
I believe it is. I believe it is. So there's the Type-C connector there.
Okay.
And it's round. There's like the Google Pixel and the Apple MacBook are the only two computers that I know of. There may be others, but the only two computers that are actually using these right now. But everyone says that this is going to be the future, that all Android phones are going to ship with this one because it's faster, it's reversible, it doesn't break as easily. But yeah. So anyway, that is some cable talk.
Cable talk.
Now, the reversibleness of the cable that you had, I have no idea. I cannot remember if that was, somehow, sometimes companies can kind of push for an initiative, like Intel will push for the Ultrabook initiative. I don't know.
I see.
I don't know if that's USB pushing for a reversible cable initiative, and that other one that said it was patented was not part of that. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Sure. It just seemed funny that I got three things like in 2 months, especially two of them at the same show.
Right.
Yeah.
But the Moopit. I don't know. I wonder how much is that one.
I think it was $17.
It doesn't seem to be available for. Add to cart. Okay, let's go through this. I'll go with purple. Why not?
Okay.
Let's go with lightning for my phone and a 3-foot quantity one.
$2,500.
$25.
$25.
Actually,
okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of an expensive cable.
Yeah, they all are about there. Yeah. Now the other, like Griffin and Tilt, could end up on Amazon,
right?
With some discounts, but I don't know.
Right. I cannot find them available on their website. It doesn't look like.
Oh, they might have been introducing it at PepCom.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I couldn't find them on their website to tell you. But I'm excited about these new. Of course, now you have to buy all new cables again of everything.
Right. Well, the thing is, you basically you could probably just get by with a couple of these to keep on the top of your desk with things you plug in and out quite often.
Right.
Things that you plugged in a long time ago and are still plugged in, obviously you knew how to get it in the first time, and it was fine.
Right. I can't wait until this ships on basically everything, because I can't tell you how many times I've had a webcam or a keyboard, and I'm searching.
No, you know what? I can look at it and say, oh, it goes in this way, and it's wrong because sometimes the receptacle USB thing, it's almost,
if you don't look at it straight on, there's a tiny gap. Like if you're not judging both sides perfectly, there's a gap there.
Hard. Yes, it's hard to tell which side it is on.
Yeah.
So.
Cable problems. We could talk for hours about cable problems.
And I think we have.
I think we have. I think we bored everyone to death.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, there is only one thing that can be worse than this. Chad's Crappy Corner. Using the time machine drapes.
How's it going? Oh, high five. Yeah.
Oh, he has company, as studio.
Yeah, there's some people still in the studio. Whew.
Wow.
Messed up my hair there. Going back to Petaluma. Grab the Crappy Corner.
Wow. Yeah, I know Padre hangs out back there.
Right. He was there, but he was in the middle of a review, so I couldn't say his name or anything.
Oh, okay.
Right. So this is the last week for outdoor gadgets, and I should have just called it camping, because basically everything I've showed off is camping stuff, and I saw this right off the bat, and I really wanted to show it off just because there's a few things that I like. I like flashlights. This is not a flashlight, but I also love survival gear. I have a big survival pouch in my car. I love survival stuff. So this.
So why did you move to L.A.?
Earthquakes, you see. It'll allow me to use the survival stuff. No.
Okay.
So this is a survival knife, but it's more than just what you see. This is called the Rothko Deluxe Adventure Survival Kit Knife. And inside of this...
You're not saying Ronco, are you?
I'm Rothko. Ronco...
Oh, Rothko, okay.
Ronco, isn't they... They're the people who make the
Pocket Fisherman and all those things.
Oh, I was thinking of the rotisserie chicken.
Yes, that's the same guy.
Yes.
Okay.
So right off the bat, of course, it has a knife, and this knife the blade comes a little bit dull, but you could easily use this knife as kind of a reflector. So if you wanted to look through this hole and try to reflect, it's nice.
My word!
It's nice and bright, right? At the end of the knife, you have a serration, which could chop down some limbs, but probably won't get through a trunk or anything like that. And then you have a little hole right here. This hole actually attaches to the sheath right here, and this part down here can be used then as a wire cutter. And so you push that in.
Oh, that's clever!
It'll cut a wire.
Wow.
And then on the sheath, it also has a stone for you to sharpen your knife. Came dull, so you can just sharpen it yourself.
Right.
Now that is not all. This knife also.
What? There's more?
There's 2 shoelaces on the knife. There's one down here at the bottom and one at the top, so a little bit of cord. And you were probably expecting this, but the cap unscrews, and inside the cap.
Oh my God! A reversible USB cable.
Exactly. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, an encrypted USB key for your travels. There's a compass in here which does point north, which is a plus.
I was just gonna say, if it pointed any place
kind of
else.
Not all of them do. Okay. You have in here. There's a little cotton ball. So this at first I was like, oh, it's packaging, and then I realized no, this is to start a fire. So cotton ball is important. So you got a little cotton ball. It's not a really great cotton ball. There's also in here a water-sealed tube. And on the tube, there is Morse code on the, oops, dump it down. There you go.
Okay.
A Morse code deck.
Okay.
Inside of the tube, which is watertight, there we go, you have a few more items. And you'll have to pull them out here. Come on out.
Are there matches in there?
There are. Now that's the funny thing is there are no matches. There are no matches, but there is a striker. So this piece that looks like lead is a striker. So you, I'll have to rub off the stuff. The sort of outer coat.
Are you supposed to set the cotton on fire?
Yeah, you can set the cotton on fire, or you'd get kindling. But yeah, you'd use this as a striker, and this will. There you go. See those sparks?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
So you use this, which is much more waterproof, and would probably give you more sparks than a. It's a little bit more of a pain in the butt, but you would use that. There are in here 2 Band-Aids, just in case.
Oh, for when you cut yourself.
For you cut yourself.
Made the knife too sharp.
You have 2 safety pins.
Okay.
You have a pencil, a tiny little pencil, and this has 2 pieces of lead in there. So there's 1 piece of lead down here. There's another piece of lead up here. You have a fishing kit, which includes 2 types of fishing line. Looks like 3 hooks, 3 weights, and 2 needles. Needles for clothes in here. So this is actually a pretty nice little kit. Full of needles and line and all sorts of stuff. And then this right here, this is a sterilized X-Acto knife. This is a blade inside of here. If you needed to do some.
Well, wait a minute. Why is it sterile? Is it like for snake bites to cut your skin?
Yeah, or if say you got a hook in yourself and you needed something that's going to be a little bit more delicate than an actual knife. And also a lot sharper. You could also use this to like skin or cut open some type of game or something like that. So that is in the handle, and of course you also have this is like a little waterproof tube in case you need to keep a messaging bottle. I'm not sure, but that is not all. Inside of the hilt there is another container. Now what's funny is this says that this is for signaling. It's a signaling mirror. Once that focuses, it'll say signaling mirror. It's funny, it says something in Spanish above it, and I don't know exactly what it says, and maybe even something in German. And the idea is that little hole right there, sorry it's not focusing, that little hole is what you'd look through, and then this polished part right here would be what you would signal someone. If I can find one of my studio lights, you could use this as sort of a signaler. There you go. So you'd signal someone that way. It works better as a holder than it does as a signaler. I'd use the blade. Okay. Inside of here, there is a few items.
There's actually a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff, right? This is a spear end, so you would put this at the end of a stick, and then this could be used as a spear for capturing fish. You also have a bottle opener at the bottom, which I think that this can be used. No, that can't be used. So you have a bottle opener for those when you're out and you're drunk and you're lost. You have a little bit of cord. You have a whistle. Here's what the whistle sounds like.
Wow, that's pretty good.
It's a pretty good whistle. And then the last one is really neat. This
is a cyanide pill if nothing in the knife
when you
works.
Finally give up. This is a wire saw. So there are little ridges along this wire here, and you use these 2 bits of metal that have been supplied, and you drop each bit through the little hole right here, and this is how you would saw down a tree. And so if say you had a trunk right here, you would pull and you would saw all the way through using this little wire saw, which is one of the reasons I think that the saw on the back of the knife is not so great. So this little wire saw would cut down the trunk of a smaller tree. Obviously, it's not going to work on like an oak tree or anything, unless if it's very young.
Right.
But yeah, this would help you get through a tree, and you could cut that down for poles or whatever you need. So the thing that is missing from this kit would be matches, but I think they make up for that with the striker. But I feel like there is quite a lot of items inside this kit for the price of $25. So for 25
Oh, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good.
I think so too. You get a lot of metal pieces that I feel are very, very high quality, and
you don't know what the knife blade is made out of, right?
Stainless steel.
It is stainless.
Yeah, it's a stainless.
Wow! Now I'm even more impressed.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's the little webcam.
Oh yeah.
So this is stainless steel from Taiwan, and I was just really impressed with it, and thought it was a nice little survival kit. And
I think you can go out after 10 o'clock at night if you have that, because
in LA at least
you can pretty much handle anything.
Right. I don't know if it'll cut through a steam pipe. Someone asks, will the saw?
I don't think so.
I would be surprised if it was able to do that.
Right.
But yeah, so you can get it. I got it off of Amazon, and it was Prime, because that's how I had it delivered. And there are 270 reviews on this product, and it has okay ratings at 3.5 stars. It's not the best ratings I've ever seen.
No, it's okay though.
Yeah, it's okay. And I don't know. I just thought it was a kind of a nice addition to any survival kit, especially with the fact that it has a knife and a sharpener on the back. Means that this isn't just a short-term use knife, that it could be used sort of long-term, because it has the stone, the sharpening stone.
Yeah,
on the back
I
of
think
it.
that's
This is not a full tang blade, by the way, because of the cartridge inside, which is a little bit less high quality, but you have a little survival kit inside of it. And let me throw this all back in here, and you can kind of see the size of it. The length is I guess about 6 inches. 6-inch blade.
Okay, no
there.
TSA approval there.
Nope, it is not TSA approved. But it would be survival rated.
Have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was really surprised, and I felt like I feel like the hooks, like the fishing hooks and the striker and everything else. Oh, it comes so. I was looking at reviews, and a lot of people were saying, "Where is the crossbow?" or "Where's the slingshot?" And I was like, "What are they talking about?" Apparently, at one point, this was sold. This was sold as a slingshot accessory. And these grooves right here would hold some part of the slingshot, and I think you would, and I think you would lock on another piece right here, and that would, I'm not sure, but there may be extra accessories that could turn this into a really cool slingshot. Not sure about that one. That might just be urban legend.
Wow.
At this point, but.
Is it USB 3.0?
It's 4.0. Let me tell you.
Wow!
It's darn fast.
So now all you have to do is pray for a disaster.
Exactly. All I need to do is wait around for the for the end of for some sort of a survival scenario. So, oh look, the Life Straw. I should probably buy one of those. No. So $25, free 1-day shipping in Los Angeles.
Oh, nice!
So if the earthquake starts to happen, you could buy it quite fast.
Hurry up!
Very quick. And so that is the Rothko Deluxe Adventure Survival Kit knife.
Someone is saying, "Where's the corkscrew?"
It has a bottle opener, and not a blind bottle opener.
Not the same.
Yeah. Nope. No.
Now, if you have a corkscrew, you don't even need the knife. You just drink until the disaster passes.
You'll drink until you forget that there's a disaster.
Exactly.
Really.
Exactly. No, that's pretty neat.
Thanks.
Pretty neat.
And with that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Foghorn. What do you got for us this week?
And our Gadget Warehouse guy, Tommy Johnson from Brighton, Illinois, I like the way he delivers his message. And I also like the fact that he talks about how technology has changed, and the thing he likes best has not. And so let's look at Tommy's video.
Oops, sorry about that. There we are.
Hi, Dick and Chad.
Hey, Tommy.
My name's Tom. I'm in Brighton, Illinois, and I've got my favorite gadget here. Check this out. It's the Sangean WR11 two-band receiver. New with FM and AM, as it says right on the front. This is a great tabletop radio. I love it. How old do you think it is? I'll give you a second
doesn't
answer.
look all that
2
old.
seconds.
It's
3 years.
No, you're both wrong. It's 3 years old.
What, 3 years? What?
2012 this was manufactured. I was looking for a radio that didn't have a bunch of crap on it. You know, a bunch of buttons where you set the time and it's, you know, you wake to music and this and that and Bluetooth and whatever all that's about. This here radio is just a radio. You want to turn it on? Well, you turn it on. There.
This pod
It's on.
is
Want to turn it off?
Product.
Now it's off. You can turn it on FM. You can turn it AM.
You can see sports scores.
Got your volume.
St. Louis people.
And you got your tuning knob, which you just turn, and look at that. The little needle goes back and forth, and you just tune it in. That's all it's got.
Analog.
Yeah. You want to, you know, connect your phone to it with Bluetooth or something?
can't.
Well, forget it. Get a different radio. You just want a radio that's a really good AM, FM receiver
Actually, it
for
sounds
talk
pretty
and
good.
sports and such. This is your baby right here, Sangean WR11. That's about all there is to it, really. I don't know what else to say about it. Oh, there is an aux-in jack on the back. If you want to like hook up your iPod to it or something. I don't know why anyone would want to do that. Oh, yes, I do. To listen to the Giz Wiz on the tabletop radio.
Yeah.
So I love the simplicity of this, the elegance.
Man, it looks like it has a little
and just the
subwoofer in the back.
functionality. I've been so happy with this radio. I'm not exactly a big fan of complicated gadgets, and this one just does the job. I think that's about it. Thanks. Love the show. Is this still recording? It is, isn't it? How do I... is there an on-off? Or can we edit this part out? Is there...
Very funny. He's very funny.
Very good.
Very
That was
funny,
the
yeah.
perfect video. That's
Yeah, it was
people
great.
take notes.
But he's right. Is sometimes, you know what? I had something happen with Skype. I was, you know, you go into options and you can see what your camera looks like and your mic looks like, and somehow a couple of things fell off a shelf and hit the keyboard, and I looked up, and Skype was in Arabic.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh
and now, you know, you type in Google, and it says, go into the menu and change it back.
And search
well,
for this term that's now in Arabic.
If it's in Arabic, how do you go into the menu? So I got a laptop, and I set the laptop up to the one that was in Arabic, and I counted over, you know, tools, and so I knew it was 3 of these language bars in, and then I knew that language was the 3rd bar down, and that Arabic was the first selection, but English was like 5 down. Gosh. And just by counting, I got it back to English. But I'm thinking, it's very bizarre. Sometimes it happens with your phone. You take your phone out of your pocket, and it's doing something you never knew your phone could do.
Right.
And you don't want it. And so that's when I saw his video. I thought, you know, that there's a lot to be said for a thing with an on-off knob.
Right.
And
it didn't even look like you could program your favorite stations on that.
No, you couldn't.
You'd just find it. You'd go over to the other one.
You had to make a selection. Is it AM or FM? So you had to think about that.
Yeah,
but outside
that's
of
the
that,
most difficult part of the whole process. I loved it, and Tom, that was a great video.
That was very funny. Yeah. Tommy Johnson. There was a very funny thing at the end with, you know, is this still on? Is it having an on-off switch? We got all that, Tommy. You're on our wavelength, and Tommy will get the current issue of Mad Magazine, one of those 35-year-old Alfred E. Newman pictures signed by Dickie D. And we're always looking for more videos. And we love videos about things that you love, things that you have in your house that you never use, but for some reason you can't throw it out. So make a little video like Tommy did, 2 to 3 minutes, put it on YouTube, and send the link to mail at, wow, it's up there.
I know.
Whoa. Wow, mail at gizwiz.tv. And if we show it on the show, you will get Mad and an Alfred picture. And because we're cheap, we're just doing that if you live in the U.S. or Canada. I know we had a great submission from someone in England, and I'm going to try and sneak an Alfred E. Newman picture through the mail room.
At Warner Brothers.
Yes, exactly. At Warner Brothers. At Warner Brothers. We'll see how smart they are in that new building.
Right. Right. You'll say, hey, listen, I'm the new guy. This is approved by corporate.
Oh, yeah, corporate. No. We have the European clearance. It's 777.9930.
Listen,
the official.
Just look at it in the bylaws. I'm sure
exactly. Yeah.
There.
And the bylaws, they're up. It's 30 volumes in my office.
Right. Exactly. They're in these blue bins that were delivered here. In one of the old Mad magazines. I don't forget which one.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
With that, let's move on to the letter.
And our letter says, hey, Chad and Dickie D. Chad talked about doing a Zagat food event all over L.A. Reminded me of some places I'd like to recommend in L.A. since Chad just moved there.
Ooh.
Or just moved here. I guess
I
he
am
lives in
listening.
My favorite restaurant of all time, Cantor's Deli.
Oh, my gosh.
In West Hollywood. They're on Fairfax. They're open 24 hours a day. Great sandwiches and matzo ball soup.
24 hours a day?
Yeah.
On Fairfax?
Yes, in West Hollywood. Next is Carney's on Sunset Strip. And this I want you to check out because Carney's is housed in an old railroad car.
Carney's restaurant. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Carney's on Sunset Strip.
Yeah, that's in West Hollywood area. Okay.
Okay. In an old railroad car. So that sounds very good.
Oh, look, you can see inside on Google Maps.
You can see. Oh.
That's what it looks like.
You know what? That looks.
It kind of looks like a railroad car.
Yeah, it's awfully wide, but they might have altered it. But what is that? Oh, that was great. Oh, they have a shot of the outside of it?
There it is.
Oh, it is. I love it.
That is so cool.
That is a Southern Pacific yellow dining car. Oh, wow. It's great.
That is so cool.
That is great. And then you should go to Pink's Hot Dogs on La Brea.
Done it.
Okay, and finally, Phillips, where they invented the French dip sandwich.
Phillips.
Spelled Phillippes. It's located in downtown L.A. A question for Dickie D. Best pizza in New York. I like Ray's Pizza on the Upper West Side. But, believe it or not... This is going to sound terrible. I have become a big fan of DiGiorno's frozen pizza.
Really?
Have you had it?
Yeah, I like DiGiorno.
Oh, okay. The raised crust pizza. I think it's great.
Phillips. Phillips. I'm still on Phillips, the original.
Oh, yeah.
The French dip sandwich.
The French dip sandwich. And Chad, if you ever go to the beach, Go to the beaches in Orange County. They're a bit cleaner than the ones in L.A.
Ooh.
Thanks, guys, for keeping the Giz Wiz alive. Michael at lostboymike.com. So, Mike, thank you for your letter and your recommendations. If I come out to L.A., Chad, we have to at least take pictures at that railroad car.
Yes. We'll have food there. We'll even walk in and have some food.
We'll have some food there.
Right. Coffee or something.
Coffee. Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Some cheese.
And I want to see if it's on. I always like it best when things like that are on a piece of railroad track. I hate it when they take the trucks off with the wheels off,
right,
and put it on a cement base.
Let me see. Let's go see.
Okay. Can you go back to that shot of Carney's?
Oops.
The railroad car.
It looks like I'm seeing wheels down there.
The wheels are there, so it probably is on a piece of. Oh, it's Dale Paco.
What?
Just sitting in one of the windows. Dale is always getting on a train when Giz Wiz starts.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
From the chat room.
Oh wow.
That is an official railroad car, and it certainly has the trucks in place. So right away, that's 90% of it done well.
It looks. Yeah. I'm trying.
You know what? I think there is a piece of track under there.
I can't.
I think I see something shiny.
There's those bushes in the way. These darn bushes. Yeah, it's definitely sitting on some railroad
piece of track.
Enhance, man! Isn't technology amazing? Isn't this amazing?
It is really unbelievable.
You
don't have to look for a still shot of it. You can actually go to the street, look around it. It's just amazing.
That is so funny.
Just amazing.
That is so
and what I love about that is if you're going into a strange neighborhood.
Exactly.
Sometimes buildings, the numbers are obscured, and I love it. I look at especially a press event like somewhere that I don't know, get a picture on Google Maps of what the outside of the building looks like, walk down the block from the subway, and then when you get there, it's like, oh, I know where to go.
Yeah, exactly.
You turn right. Yeah,
it was amazing when I went apartment hunting. Amazing.
Oh,
it's so useful. So incredibly useful for apartment hunting. Just because, you could easily tell what's the neighborhood like. You know, what's around here. I can, instead of trying to load in every single tiny store around the area on Google Maps, you can just look and drag it around. It's amazing.
Yeah, no. When Dennis's sisters moved to Brooklyn, we did that. We said, Chrissy, you have a restaurant 2 doors down. You have an all-night deli 1 block away, and a fairly nice supermarket 3 blocks away. So if you like the apartment, take it because your neighborhood is good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, don't forget to play What the Heck Is It? Go to gizwiz.biz, scroll down on the side.
Oh, yeah, this is the last chance to play it.
The last chance. So click on What the Heck Is It?
This particular game, exactly.
And got to figure out what the heck this is. I am still not 100% certain that I know. But I've just figured it out.
Yes.
It's this is obviously before the Monocaster, with all of its various buttons. Let's see all these buttons. You had this.
Yes.
The prequel.
You know what? That's a portable Monocaster.
It's a portable Monocaster.
I'm going to send that in.
Perfect. There are 12 Mad Magazines for correct answers, which Dick will sign and send to you, but 24, double the Mad Magazines. Don't wait, call now. You get twice the amount of Mad Magazines for cute, silly, hilarious, or clever answers. So we want you to make us laugh with your answers, and here is the Mad Magazine. The Minion Mad Magazine.
Yes, with my pocket hose satire.
Pocket hose? What is that?
You don't know pocket hose?
Oh, yes. We talked about this. Yes,
we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you plug it in and then it fills up and it becomes a full water
That's
hose.
it. Yep.
Perfect.
That's it.
Perfect.
You know what? Go to that picture again for a minute of that. Do you know that like 20 years ago, I had a friend who worked for the phone company, and he said we're installing new cables on the block, and it takes us about 12 hours to find the pairs. And I said, what do you find the pairs? And he said, believe it or not, the pairs of wires in the cable are all black. So they would get instruments at each end and label the pairs. And then a couple of years later, he called me up and said, guess what? We now get these big, humongous cables, and everything's color-coded. What took them so long?
Yeah, you're like, this is brilliant. This is the best thing ever.
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine someone handing you a cable like that big around with all mini wires in it and say, oh, yeah, just match them up.
Just they're all black.
Hey, Charlie, plug in, Charlie, the two in the middle, not, little off to the, plug those two in.
If you didn't know, Ethernet cables now, they have all sorts of different colors in them. In fact, you can make your own Ethernet cables by lining up the colors correctly and crimping them down. And I used to make my own Ethernet cables all the time when I worked in the audio.
Well, how many cables are in, how many separate cables are there in an Ethernet cable? Yeah. 8?
I believe it's 4 pairs.
4 pairs.
Or
wow.
maybe, yeah. I believe.
Okay.
Luckily, we have the internet here to help us out.
Now, I do know from having so many phone problems over the years that originally phones had 4 wires going to them. That they used to have to carry voltage if the phone lit up.
Oh.
And then they got down to where they could have the phone light up with just 2 wires, which made it great for repair guys because if your phone didn't sound right, they could go to the other 2 wires that were in the same cable that went to your phone.
Right.
And when I got DSL years ago, the guy said, we're going to do a speed test with both sets of cables, both sets of wires in your cable. And we'll pick the pair that gives you the best speed.
That's cool. Phone stuff is really easy. It's amazing compared to this Ethernet stuff. Here's the different cables. You got white, green, green, orange, white, blue, blue, white, orange. This is how you would make the Ethernet pair. And then if you want to make a crossover cable, you do this but an opposite. That way you could connect 2 computers together. But yeah.
Wow. Oh, I'll tell you one other fascinating thing that you may scoff at and say, Dick, that's impossible.
Impossible. I'll say
okay.
Right.
All right. I called my friend at Verizon. I said, my phone is dead on the boat, but I am looking at my smartphone and I'm watching the output from my drop cam. How is that possible?
Oh.
And he said, because, do you know this?
No.
DSL can operate on 1 wire.
A single wire.
A single wire. A single wire. Okay?
What?
He said, one of your wires is broken, which is why your phone, that's what he said. Chat room, anybody in the chat room work for the phone company?
I agree. How does it make a current?
Eric Duckman is saying true. Totally impossible, says Bleak. Well.
What?
I
think Beatmaster was telling Eric Duckman true.
Oh, okay. Earth return. Totally impossible. Earth return.
Earth return. Bleak says, yep. What? How does it do a two-way communication with 1 wire?
I have no idea. It runs on the copper. Oh! It runs on the copper, not on the wire. Does that make sense?
How does it get signal back? I could sort of understand if you ground it on one end, you'd get signal to it. But how would you get signal back?
Well, does it make a difference that, I don't know.
That is so
only possible if there's a ground connection. Yes, possible.
Wow.
It can be grounded through. Anyway.
Amazing.
Only on Fridays. You can know the chat room knows all. Jack M says.
Only on Fridays does it work.
Only on Friday.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
I always was very confused on how cable worked because there's only one diode inside of a coax cable, and then I always assumed that the external shielding had something to play with it, but maybe that's what it's talking about. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's what.
Could be.
Interesting. Don't forget.
Finally, we should just ask if you want to support us on Patreon. That would be good. It seems people have lost interest in us.
We're still here, guys.
We're still here. Our Patreon is dwindling.
We really need to update our goal, because this goal
we have to
just ship stuff is not all that exciting. We hope to.
We'll update it.
Have some cool stuff for you.
And we'll come up with stupid things like, if you want to make a one-time donation of $50, we'll Skype into your party and entertain you for 20 minutes. We should do something like that.
Yeah, we should do something fun like that.
Something fun. Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you to the 371 patrons who are currently supporting us. You guys are great. You make dreams happen. Thank you so much for your support and your generosity. If you want to catch future episodes of the Giz Wiz, very simple. Go to gizwiz.tv, and there are links for you to subscribe so you can catch future episodes. But you can also watch. Look, there we are live right now. Here's the links to subscribe, and there's also all the previous episodes here as well, so you can sit back, relax, and binge watch some Giz Wiz whenever we're live, which is normally on Thursdays at around 4:30 Pacific time. It's about 7:30 Eastern time. We're right here. You just tune in to gizwiz.tv, and the whole website updates, and we're live, so you could tune in. Next week, we will not be live at this time, because I will be in London. I'll be gone at London. So I'm excited.
London, England,
London, England, the UK, in Europe, on the Earth. Really excited.
Wow.
I've never been to the UK or London or anywhere. I went to Taipei, which I landed in for about 20 minutes, and then I've been to Indonesia. And Mexico. Those are the only countries other than the United States. I haven't ever been to Canada.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I'm shocked. Shocked.
I know.
Do you hear me?
I know. So anyway, look, my Rejoice is in the chat room. Hello. So we won't be here next week. We're in fact recording an episode right after this one. But we hope to see you in the future. Don't worry, that's why we have on-demand versions on our website and our YouTube.
Exactly.
We'll see you next time on the Giz Wiz.
I'll be here.